So Humayun asked, why is it that we keep falling in this trap? The very fact is that when we start growing, obviously there is a pressure on, imports. People have the buying power, so they just try to buy things which are then we can't manufacture, we don't manufacture, so we import. And that puts pressure on our, reserves, foreign currency reserves. Because our exports are not keeping pace with our overall growth, we fall short of dollars. Never have we gone into a tailspin for other reason than balance of payments. So exports, exports, exports. I think that is the mantra. And I will later on tell you what kind of measures we are taking, to just boost our exports. We are also going to just give incentives to our service industry, whether it's housing. We are also during this within the services sector, we have also make our e-commerce very efficient through digitization, and we will give incentives over there, so that we, rather than just being a cash economy, it becomes a digital economy, and that creates opportunities for us even in the revenue collection. We have to stabilize the power sector. Power sector is a big hole. Today at 2.3 trillion, the circular debt is humongous. Not only we have to stop the flows, we got to reduce it over a period of time. And how do we do it? When there is a challenge of capacity payments, which are going to rise up to 1.45 trillion rupees a year. Remember, I told you it was 465 billion in 2018. I'm going to triple to 1.5 trillion, 4.5 trillion. Because I think when we started installing additional capacity, we forgot that it has to be used. Or otherwise, because of the contracts, we'll have to start paying for the electricity we are not even producing and using. So this is a great challenge, because unless we make it financially viable, nobody is going to invest in this sector in the future. So this is a great challenge, and we are coming up with innovative ways to make sure that our circular debt does not increase and starts reducing over a period of time. But the Prime Minister has given commitment to the people of Pakistan that we are not going to increase the electricity tariff in the near future, because that doesn't help. People are already burdened with a very costly electricity. Maybe the lower end is protected, but what about the middle class? What about the industrial sector, commercial sector, export sector? So power sector has to be stabilized. We need to control prices. And prices here, what we see is all food inflation. I've already mentioned to you about agriculture. Unless we do not increase the production of agriculture, this is not going to be controlled in a kind of a long term. So we also have to give the market the mechanism to take away these large margins which people have, the middlemen have, from the farmer to the wholesaler. The margins are over 400-500%. So we need to create commodity warehousing, cold storages, mechanism for farmer to come to the wholesale market themselves, alongside productivity in the agriculture sector, so that we start producing surpluses. Administrative control also will have to be strengthened. And during the Musharraf era, I think price magistrate, control magistrates were removed. We have to think through, whether we have to bring them back. But importantly, I think, this is going to be a change from the previous governments. That we are not only going to be dependent on the trickle-down effect to boost the incomes of the people. Because what has happened in the past is that with 3, 4, 5 year, growth cycles, the minute, the trickle down reaches in the bottom segments of our society, the cycle breaks. So these guys, they take one step forward and then fall right back to where they were. So that is why we are saying a sustainable growth over a long period of time, so that they basically, that trickle down effect reaches all sectors of the economy. But as I said, departure from the past, we are also going to be working on the bottoms up approach. Even Joe Biden has said the US needs that. If US needs that, by God, we certainly need that. When I say bottoms up approach, I'm saying the 4 to 6 million households at the bottom rung of our income levels will have to be given interventions whereby they can earn their living on their own and not just be dependent on handouts. They should have houses, they should have health insurance, they should have skill development for their family members so that they can go and just get some jobs. A comprehensive package. And we have to do it in a way whereby it's not inflationary. That it basically does not, we don't depend on fiscal deficits to fund this. So it has to be innovative, and we are working on that. So what do we have in the budget? I think in the budget, we have additionality of 1 trillion rupees in revenues. We are not going to go increase taxes on people who are paying taxes, apart from we remove some incentives from people we believe they have been given incentives for no rhyme or reason. We are going to take away the harassment, of the FBR from the lives of the people. A lot of people complain that we are not in the net because we are worried about the harassment of FBR. So in this budget, you will see the announcement that there will be universal self-assessment and third-party audit for 3 to 4% of the population, a risk-based population, but done by third party. No FBR person will do that. So people will be free of the harassment of the FBR.